Court in Singapore heard that Teo, a 19-year-old art student, died after taking MDMA with her 18-year-old schoolmate, Rajil Putra Setia Sukmarajana.
Wow.
You had a problem with Felicia, and that you just nailed?
Yeah, what the fuck?
I've got a problem with you right now.
It's like, ball.
What the fuck? Alright, so this right here, sweet Felicia Teo.
Felicia?
Felicia.
Felicia?
Wait a second.
Felicia.
Filet-O-Fiscia, yes.
Filet-O-Fiscia,
Oh, no.
Gefilte Felicia.
Gefilte fish.
That's a nice jawline, first of all.
Yeah.
Very sharp.
I don't know where you're trying to lead me down.
envious.
This kind of weird path you want to go on, Anthony.
Okay, well that's Felicia Teo.
Looks like a MySpace picture,
You said
doesn't
it's
it?
gonna be sad.
Does, yeah. A MySpace picture.
Yeah, for all you old heads out there.
She disappeared, and her disappearance was a mystery, right? The disappearance of Felicia. Why do I keep saying that? Felicia was a mystery that tortured her family and puzzled Singapore for more than a decade.
No, I can't say it.
Don't say it.
Say it. Just say it.
No, Ryan, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No,
She had
go
a
ahead,
very
Ryan.
insensitive joke.
No, Ryan.
This is why you're here, Kalyne.
Disappearing people.
Go ahead, Anthony. You were talking about Felicia and her disappearance. Bye, Felicia.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I guess that's
Ryan told me to say
I mean,
it,
it's
you
either
know.
that or R.I.P.
R.I.P.
BYE is a little nicer.
It is nicer. It is nicer.
You know, it wasn't as bad as I thought,
It
actually.
wasn't as bad as I thought,
I
but
was expecting worse.
still good though. Still good.
So she disappeared. It's a mystery.
15 years since she vanished, the truth about Teo's disappearance came to light in court just this last week.
Wow.
Told by one of two men she was with on the night she went missing, revealing an elaborate cover-up about her death, okay? The court in Singapore heard that Teo, a 19-year-old art student, died after taking MDMA with her 18-year-old schoolmate, Rajil Putra Setia Sukmarajana.
Wow.
You had a problem with Felicia, and that you just nailed?
Yeah, what the fuck?
I've got a problem with you right now.
It's like, ball. He fucking nails fucking crazy ass.
Dude, that was like 5 names, bro.
Ball?
That was like 5 hard.
That was like 5 diseases right now.
Bart.
Did you ever have a dream that you wish?
Hey guys, this is supposed to be a sad story.
Well, we got it.
We have a Bart.
Yeah, we're trying to stall right now.
Listen, alright, go ahead. Okay.
So, yeah, back to Ahmad Daniel Mohammed. No, just kidding.
See, that was pretty fucking
That's
good.
good, man.
No, that was the other guy's name. So 18-year-old schoolmate Rajil Putra Setia Sukmarajana and 22-year-old graphic designer Ahmad Daniel Mohammed Rafai, okay?
Whoa! Back to back, bro.
2 threes back to back.
Pulling up from half.
Al Fishman all of a sudden.
Right here, I'm right here. Okay, so the two men burned her body and misled investigators, okay? The court heard as they feared punishment for taking the controlled substance in Singapore,
That'll get you killed anyway.
Oh, right, yeah, they're dead.
which holds some of the world's harshest drug laws, okay? On Friday, Ahmad Daniel was sentenced to 26 months in jail after pleading guilty to fabricating false evidence, providing the police with false evidence, misappropriating Teo's belongings, and unlawfully depositing her corpse. Okay? Rajil, the other guy, an Indonesian citizen, remains at large. However, Ahmad Daniel will likely be released soon after factoring in remission, the court heard, as the now 37-year-old has spent more than 18 months in remand since he was arrested in 2020. The pair had gotten away with it for 13 years until new evidence surfaced in 2020, which sent authorities down a rabbit hole to uncover what happened in the early hours of June 30th, 2007. The trio had returned to Rajil's flat to consume ecstasy after a party, and sometime between 6 a.m., Ahmad Daniel and Rajil realized that Teo had died of an unknown cause.
Whoa.
Which obviously, if you're like fucking on drugs and you're just in the middle of the night and then somebody like ODs or dies or something like that, you know, and then you're also in Singapore and you know that if you're fucking caught with this,
Doing any drug.
yeah, not trying to like obviously humanize and empathize, but at the same time, like I can only imagine the type of panic and desperate to avoid being caught for drug consumption, which would see them face jail terms of up to 18 months per. The pair decided to dispose of her body.
Oh my god.
Hiding Teo's body between 2 mattresses, They cleaned the flat before planting her phone at a park for police to find. They then bought tools to dispose of her body before returning home, where they put Teo in a box and sealed it with tape. They transported the box out of the flat using the staircase to avoid security cameras before taking a cab to a remote location on the outskirts of Singapore. There, the men put the box into a hole they dug, doused it in kerosene, and set it on fire. Once the flames burnt out, they covered the hole. Teo's mother would lodge a police report for her missing daughter on July 3rd, and when contacted by police, Ahmad Danielle and Reggie fed them a lie that they had agreed on. Teo had left the unit at around 2:30 a.m. to meet someone at East Coast Park, the location where they had left her phone, and they had not seen her since. Ahmad Danielle, who made 2 sets of false statements during the investigation, told police that Teo had stormed out of the flat with her laptop and bag after he told her to silence her phone, which was ringing loudly while she texted. He also said that she left after he called her a bitch for having multiple boyfriends. No further investigations were conducted against the pair in 2007 amid a lack of evidence suggesting foul play on their part. However, authorities regularly reviewed her case for leads and kept in touch with her family. The sudden disappearance of Teo made waves in the city-state, with almost 200 of her friends and family distributing flyers around to find her. Her parents even visited the neighboring Malaysian city of Johor Bahru to look for her, local media reported. Amid media attention on Teo's case, her family and friends also fell victim to prank calls promising intel on her whereabouts. So basically, they like kind of went the distance. And like sometimes we like read about fucking people that are trying to like, you know, cover up their murders and stuff like that. 99 out of 100 times, kind of dumb. Something like doesn't really like work out. There's like
They're very thorough, these guys.
that. Yeah, but I think once I read the idea of even like putting the phone in a certain place and then fabricating a lie that both of them would swear to, and then saying and misleading the cops in a certain way to the point where they didn't have enough evidence suggesting foul play on the two, and it actually worked.
Yeah, worked.
They're
Very
just
Singaporean.
average Asians, though. Exactly. You know,
Very Singaporean.
Asians are really smart. So if you are fucking
I think
good,
Singaporeans are pretty
yeah,
smart.
if you get like
I don't know.
straight A's all the time, how do you think you're gonna cover up a crime? Probably A+.
You know what's sad is that's kind of true, really.
If you got 2 dumbasses fucking failing all their classes, they're probably gonna be sleeping with the evidence like on their body, and then fucking, I don't know.
Because she was dead in their flat, huh? Oof.
Yeah, that is true though. Like you think about, there's a fucking affluent country. They're probably high income family, at least, if they can fucking survive.
Potentially, yeah.
like
So
one of
they're
our
probably
friends-
smarter than the average person in general.
Yeah, one of our friends who went to jail and ended up going to Ivy League University for his master's degree. When he was in gangs, he was like, hey, if we're gonna break into all these homes, why don't we just start buying all the locks from Home Depot and start practicing? You know? So like
business, huh?
So like the brains is just operating at a higher level than someone that's, I don't know, fucking doing.
Rather than a guy that just like goes up to homeowner and demands entry, shoots him on a botched robbery, goes instantly to jail.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Well, this guy must have not gotten straight A's. There might have been a B in there somewhere. The cold case.
How did they get caught?
The cold case was revived in 2020 when police found that Ahmad Danielle had taken possession of Teo's laptop and given it to his father.
And he said that she took it with him.
Despite his
That's a B.
claim that she
That's a
had
B.
left the flat with it in 2007.
That might be a C, bro.
Right?
That's hard.
You can't.
It's a sitcom now. It's a sitcom.
You guys have a lot of plaster out there.
Why do you look like an exterminator?
You could hang in here for now, Walter.
Okay. Sorry, hi, Walter.
Kalyne, nice to meet you.
Hello, Walter. How are you?
That's Walter.
If you need his restroom, you need his restroom?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Say it to the camera. Look at the camera. Say it to the camera and look at it.
That's off camera. No.
No, this is gonna be in the edit.
Yeah, that's a flub. You can't make mistakes like that.
That's a bad mistake, yo.
Like, why would you keep the laptop like for years and then get
Especially if that's in your statement. If you memorize all the beats of your statement the way these smart Asian kids did, they would know that like I said she took her laptop, and then you give it to your pops.
Yeah, that's kind of a stupid thing to do. Yeah.
So Ahmad Danielle was then arrested after confessing to lying during the initial investigation. After his arrest, authorities conducted screenings on skeletons found in the area where Teo's body was abandoned and concluded via DNA testing that an unidentified partial human skull discovered in 2010 likely belonged to Teo. None of her other remains were discovered in the vicinity.
You know what's pretty crazy though? It's always fascinating to me how you can go from having no priors to suddenly having the gall to chop a body up.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
Because that's not something you know, suddenly you're just a fucking Stater Brothers meat man. Like, that's really fucking extreme. To having no other, like, you've never done anything.
And it's like an 8-step process too, right? You don't just happen to have fucking the right knives or bags or shit. You have to like consciously get out of panic, clean your shit up, go to like a store to pick up supplies and check out at a register, still come home with the grit to think that you're gonna do this to another fucking body.
all without
And then to do it.
all without breaking
In
down.
process.
Without even, like, and you gotta like take apart cartilage and stuff. Like, you know, even just like trying to cut a chicken apart is fucking hard already. Holy shit.
Put on a fucking VPN when you're googling how to get rid of blood on your carpet.
That's what always like fucking it gets to me. It's like, wow, the psychosis of desperation must kick in so fucking hard that suddenly you're able to do the most insane things just to like get out of it.
I always wonder why people spend the energy doing that versus using all that brain power and then like just trying to flee the country or something.
Yeah.
You know, like for me, I'm like, if someone died in my house, like instead of like trying to like make it look like nothing happened, I'd be like, I'd try to make it look like I never even existed. I would just fucking bounce the country or do some other shit.
Yeah.
Like you bounced on us
Or just
yesterday.
make it look like you just were never there to begin with.
Yeah.
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 That's a good move.
So Ahmad Daniel's lawyer said that he will be appealing for a discharge amounting to acquittal. In his mitigation plea, he expressed deep regret for his actions and said that he had thought he thought about surrendering to the police on multiple occasions. Now this is an interesting part. His lawyers painted him as a young man trying to avoid drug charges. Singapore's zero tolerance policy, which can see people given the death penalty for carrying just 500 grams of cannabis, has faced growing scrutiny from local activists and international human rights groups. So there is a little bit of a conversation, not full on blown debate or anything like that, but there is like a, this is kind of like proof that sometimes people will go to like really horrendous lengths because of the drug laws that are already in place that put yourself in that situation. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's
It's
a
like,
thought.
you would rather not, like, maybe they could have saved her life. Maybe she OD'd and she wasn't dead, but they didn't want to call the ambulance because they were afraid of the
All of them are
penalty.
just gonna go down.
Yeah, versus just like thinking, hey, what's the first thing I should do? Try and save her life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that is true. But also, Singapore is doing so well, I wouldn't change a thing.
Sure.
Like, they're smoking everybody, and they're smaller than Los Angeles County.
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
Dang. Nick?